Zan on your left, Todd on your right. Punishing Abzan, Grixis Delver. 1 Deathrite Shaman.
So I played against a style of deck, not exactly like Todd's, but close, in the hands of Jesse Hefner when I was playing Sneak and Show, and I got rinsed. I had no chance against this. None.
Okay. Rinse is a great way to say you got crushed.
So, Knight of the Reliquary, bad news.
Yeah.
Chalice of the Void,
pretty bad news. Counters all your cantrips.
Galactique, bad news.
Yep, counters stop sneak attack.
And the fact that they can just grind through so many cards. So when the game's stationary, they're still pulling ahead. They're not just trying to hold you off. They're actually accumulating more cards and putting pressure on you.
Now, for what it's worth, this is a very Todd Stevens-esque deck.
Oh, yeah.
So this does not really surprise me all that much.
It's like Zan's on a no-lander with Gitaxian Probe on his 5-card hand.
I thought you were reaching for the Stamper, like that got you something. I was like, what are you doing? Here's a Green Sun Zenith. Verdant Catacombs are going to search up a Bayou. And then we are going to see Mr. Stevens, I presume, find a Dryad Arbor.
I think Syed here is contemplating using Force of Will.
There we go. Now we're going to go over to Zan. Gitaxian Probe. Yeah, I can't wait to see what this hand is. Liliana the Veil.
Oh my god. Which he cannot cast.
Yeah, because that's a Savannah, right?
Yeah.
Savannah, Karakas, Mazavith, Liliana the Veil.
Okay.
All right. Okay. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Well, as far as 6-card hands go, with Mazavith, you're covered against a lot of beatdown decks, and Karakas covers you against a reasonable range of combo decks.
Okay.
So it's not a great 6-card hand, but it'll do.
Oh, Zan has no land, so doing pretty good.
Right. Well, he's protecting himself against the Liliana.
Ah, Knight of the Reliquary. Good draw. That's a good draw. Better counter that.
Yeah, this is good enough to force.
Force of Will, removing Brainstorm. Knight of the Reliquary down. We're going to go back over to Zan here in just a moment as he's fallen down to 17. Zan has picked up a Wasteland.
Go to work. Well, you know his hand, right? You get that Bayou. You get the Bayou.
Yep.
You don't have to worry about the Liliana. The rest of his hand's not anything.
Chalice of the Void.
Oh, God.
That's for one. Get out the Stamper, folks, because that's on my board.
Oh, the humanity.
And Zan is going to concede immediately.
Oh, the humanity.
Immediately. Okay. As Todd Stevens is going to win game number 1 here over Zan Syed, punishing Abzan very quickly up a game over Grixis Delver. Zan kept a no-lander, found a Wasteland, so technically he did draw land.
Yes.
For being technical, that did happen.
He peeled out.
Yeah. Yeah,
he peeled out.
Definitely peeled out. These players are going to go to the sideboard here in just a moment, and while they do that, we're going to hear from our sponsors. back. Saturday Phillips, Patrick Sullivan here in the booth as Todd Stevens quickly up a game here over Syed as his punishing obs on deck with some real funky numbers, which means Nick Miller's going to have to get him in the sideboard at some point. Up a game over the more normalized Grixis Delver deck. And you're going to find a normal sideboard on your left with 3 Cabal Therapies, 2 Pyroblast, 2 Diabolic Edict, 2 Marsh Casualty, 2 Surgical Extraction, a Pithing Needle, a Liliana of the Last Hope, and a Braid, and an Ancient Grudge.
A little light. I think that you could bring in the 2 copies of Diabolic Edict. You can have expectations that Surgical Extraction will have some high-value targets, maybe the Needle as well.
Other side of things here for Todd Stevens. Here we go. 2 Golgari Charm, 2 Thalia Guardian of Thraben, 2 Surgical Extraction, 2 Aethersworn Canons, 2 Swords to Plowshares. Chandra Torch of... what? A Containment Priest, a Toxic Deluge, a Tabernacle of Pentral Veil, and a Reclamation Sage. Now, you said Mox Diamond's taking some liberties with the mana base.
Yeah.
Chandra in the board, huh?
So I like the 2 copies of Golgari Charm if you're expecting Young Pyromancer. The copy of Toxic Deluge seems good, just sort of generally, and the 2 Swords to Plowshares. Chandra's probably more for more controlling matchups, things like the Mirror, to the extent that there is such a thing.
To the extent that there is such a thing, yes.
I don't think it's supposed to come in against random decks that are just attacking you with creatures for the most part. I think it's just a random Planeswalker for decks that are not good against Planeswalkers.
Okay, actually, I figured it out. Figured it out.
Okay.
The Chandra is for when someone plays Blood Moon. Get him.
Well, I'm sure a lot of decks with Blood Moon fit the bill of random control decks that are not good against Planeswalkers.
They help you cast it.
And then because they're stupid and played a Blood Moon,
yeah.
to cast it.
Ultimate punishment.
All right, I'll tap my Maze of Ith, my Cabal Pit, my Savannah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and my basic forest.
And my Bayou.
Yeah. I will play Chandra. It is your turn. All I'm saying is Chandra, not the easiest card to cast.
No, it is. But again, if you're bringing it in only against slower decks, having your Mox Diamond fetching for your 1 land, whatever, it's not the biggest ask. That's why you probably can't bring it in against decks that are, wastelanding you and attacking you really fast, even if they have some creatures for you to kill.
You know what? I kind of like this deck now. It'll keep you on the seat of your pants. Here's a Wasteland. Here's a Mox Diamond. You don't know what Todd's going to play. You don't know.
You don't.
He drew Dark Confidant for the turn. Didn't know he had that in his deck until right now. I have the deck list right in front of me. Force of Will.
Oh,
got him.
So I think the reasoning here with the Force is there's a chance that Stevens' hand is just non-functional without a Mox.
It's true.
It's a very aggressive Force of Will. This, of course, for Syed is the disaster of he just has not just any dual land, but another Mox. Yeah. But I respect that Syed actually took, his hand doesn't look very good, just looks like some counter spells, and take a line that might just disrupt Stevens' entire hand and instead of trying to go, 1 for 1 with your counter spells that just aren't very good.
Well, there's a Brainstorm in response to Dark Confidant. 3 cards coming, 2 going back in just a moment here for Syed.
Yeah, and I don't think he has another land. So if he's Brainstorm locked here, it's pretty bad news because he has the Liliana that he can't cast. It looks like he brought in his sideboard Liliana of the Last Hopes. He has a Lightning Bolt that he can't cast, but fortunately for him, he can daze the Dark Confidant.
Okay. Zan will draw.
Snap him off.
Gonna probe first. Get a look.
Let's take a look.
Get a quick look at things.
Oh, yeah.
Deathrite Shaman, Savannah, Knight of the Reliquary. Still want to let that Wasteland go? Let it rip?
Well, if you can't stop the Knight of the Reliquary next turn, you've got to do something. I know, you Wasteland him, hopefully your cantrip the next turn finds you a red source you can bolt away the Deathrite Shaman, and then maybe Stevens doesn't have a hand that works. Also, if you play the Underground Sea, Stevens can just go Deathrite Shaman, Wasteland you.
Yep.
And Syed needs that sea really desperately to unlock the rest of his hand.
Todd drew an Abrupt Decay. He'll play Deathrite Shaman. Pass the turn back. Let's go over to Zan. Zan drew, it looks like a Brainstorm.
Yep.
Okay.
It's bad news because even if he finds a red source of mana, he can't play 2 lands in 1 turn. So now Stevens will be able to keep his Deathrite Shaman and perhaps get to Knight of the Reliquary this turn as well.
There's the Cabal Pit.
Cabal Pit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Zan, you need to read that one?
Tap for a black, take 1 point of damage, or Threshold, pay a black, and sacrifice a target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn.
Lock it in.
Don't even look it up.
Yeah, we don't. You can bring it on screen.
Yeah, you can bring it on screen.
And you should.
Yeah.
But
do you know how many times I played this card
but
draft?
you played that a lot, and that was Odyssey.
Odyssey
Cabal Uncommon.
Pit, Barbarian Ring, Cephalid Coliseum.
You're not going to get the white one.
I had it actually 2 seconds ago. Nomad Stadium.
True. Green. It's not that hard.
Is Centaur Glade?
Starts with a G.
Centaur Garden?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Got them all. Well done. Well done.
I regularly do not know what dual lands are legal in Standard. But if you bring up the Odyssey's threshold lands, target creature gets +3/+3, deal 2 to something, gain 5 life, draw 3, discard 3.
I think it's gain 4.
The stadium is gain 4? I thought it was gain 5.
You know better. Look,
I could be wrong here.
We can take a look at Nomad Stadium.
Yeah,
and we should. Because Zan's not doing anything.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to lose to. He's going to get rinsed by Neither Reliquary.
He's done. We're in garbage time already.
That knight's going to go active next turn, and then the game is over.
Yeah. 4. Yeah, you had it.
Yes.
Good job. You got it. You got it.
Wasteland going to take care of the ball pit. Wow.
The pits.
Yeah.
Well, he can't. He can't let him have the Cabal Pit if he's going to play Deathrite Shaman.
Chalice of the Void has been drawn.
So Stevens has effective access to 4 mana here, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So he can go ahead, Chalice for 1.
I adore Chalice for 1 with a Deathrite on the battlefield.
Well, that's why he only plays the 1.
That's right. That's right.
That's why he only plays the 1. And now, if you want to, you can Knight away and a land, go get another land, and use the Deathrite Shaman to get rid of Syed's Deathrite Shaman. And then, we don't have a whole lot else to really do here. I'm going to check my bingo board. I haven't really been paying attention because I'm enjoying Stevens' work here. See if there was anything that I missed. Does not appear to be the case.
I was hoping, I want to see. Okay, he's just going to get I was hoping there was like some fun land he could search, but he's just going to Windswept Heath for a duel, most likely, to make his knight really large. Maybe this one produces black mana for Deathrite Shaman.
One of like the Legends lands or whatever.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows what's in that toolbox?
Right. The Urborg, but like the Legends Urborg.
Actual Urborg? Yeah, not the Tomb of Yawgmoth. He could probably, we're done.
Ding, ding,
we're
ding,
done.
ding, ding,
We're
ding.
done. Todd Stevens.
Tap it out.
Todd Stevens going to just dismantle Zan Syed and his Grixis Delver deck. 2 games to 0. Plenty of time to go to a backup match. That was easy.
Yeah, that was shellacking.
Look at this little brew. Look at this little brew ha from Todd Stevens. What do I got here? You know he's got a Random Map Excavator. You know that.
These Grixis Delver decks are a little bit softer than the Reliquary. They often only have Lightning Bolt as removal spells in game 1.
Yep.
Maybe a Stray Dismember or something like that. But you can power through Night of the Reliquary. A lot of their threats become a lot more modest.
So he's got Random Map Excavator, Leovold. These are just the green cards you can search for Green Sun Zenith.
The Sampler Platter.
Indeed.
This is just to whet your appetite.
Deathrite Shaman, Gaddock Teague. Can't forget that Dryad Arbor. And then anything fun in the board?
Not a green creature, right? A Reclamation Sage.
Reclamation Sage. And he's got, of course, Night of the Reliquary. So that's the Green Sun Zenith package with 2 Zeniths. Got some Punishing Fires and Groves. Night of the Reliquary can search up Cabal Pit, which you saw. Can search up Wastelands, Maze of Ith, Caracas, and various lands to cast some spells. And, of course, Grove of the Burn Willows, Dryad Arbor, Ghost Quarter he's got one of as well. Ghost Quarter is actually good in Legacy. Yep. Some people don't play basics.
Well, also, I think there's this chorus of land destruction effects. So there's some number of decks that don't have any basics, and then Ghost Quarter is just another Wasteland. And if you're loaming or excavating, even against the decks that can, you can still just, all right, you go get whatever you get. I keep looping and run you out. So I think it's enough. It's close enough to Wasteland in enough matchups that why not? Yeah. And even in the matches where it's not there, if your machinery is running, you can make it another Stone Rain effect.
I like this. Yeah, he'll be in the sideboard soon enough with Nick Miller.
1 Savannah, 1 Tropical Island, 1 Scrubland, 1 Badlands, 1 Bayou, 1 Taiga.
Tested it.
I love a Tropical Island Badlands deck.
You know what? If he's going to go through the drive that he went through yesterday, he better.
Right.
He better win.
Right. He went through, apparently he went through hell and back.
Yeah,
right.
To get here. He was stuck in Baltimore for 5 hours.
Yeah, bridge was shut down.
Yeah.
Transportation here was weird because for some people it was extremely easy to fly in, and some people it was a catastrophe.
Yeah.
Don't really understand what was going on. But the weather here, it's cold out, but it's totally reasonable now. Yesterday was rough.
Claims of a cyclone. Claims of snow and rain. Saw a lot of stuff on Twitter. I asked my Uber driver this morning if it was really bad yesterday. He was like, yeah, and then it just all went away. Because when I landed today, it just looked like a normal day.
Well,
nothing happened.
I was able to get in, fortunately, around 5:30 in the evening yesterday. And it was raining out. There was wind, but it wasn't the type of storm that would shut down the airport for most of the day. So I don't really know what was going on. But anyhow, we're here now. Todd Stevens is here now, 3-0.
Yeah, we all made it. We're going to go to our next match real quick here. Kevin Jones, Jonathan